girls. Welcome to Telling and Writing Time, Day 2. Here we go. Read the problem, then you will look at ways to tell and write time. Evan started eating breakfast at the time shown on the clock. What time does the clock show? Picture it. You can use the clock to find the hour in minutes. The hour hand is between the 7 and the 8. Remember, that tells us that it's past 7 o'clock, but it's not yet 8 o'clock. So on this clock, our hour would be 7. The minute hand is pointing at the 4. Skip count by 5 4 times so that you can find the minutes. Put your finger on the 12. This gets kind of tricky for some kids. They want to say 5 when they touch the 12, but we don't actually say 5 until our finger moves from the 12 to the 1. Try that with me. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20. So according to this clock, Evan ate breakfast at 7:20. Hey, before we look at the next picture here, I want you to know that this is called an analog clock. When you see the hands for the hour and the minute, we call this an analog clock. This clock is different. This is a digital clock. Some people think telling time with the digital clock is a lot easier because you don't really have to look for the hands. It separates the hour and minutes for you. Everything that comes before the colon is the hour. What comes after the colon is the minutes. The same time can be shown on a digital clock. It shows the hour first and then the minutes. A digital clock can also show AM, which means during the morning, or it can show PM, which means from noon until midnight. So from 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock. From noon till midnight is PM. Then it switches back to AM in the morning. Because Evan is eating breakfast, you know it's morning. It's AM. So both of these clocks show the same time. 7:20, 7:20. Understand and use the models to solve a new problem. What time did Evan start eating breakfast? We just solved that. He started eating at 7:20. This clock shows the time Evan finishes breakfast. Tell how you know what the hour is. Okay, boys and girls, if we're trying to find the hour, what would we do? We're going to look for the hour hand. We're going to see that the hour hand is between the, if you follow it straight over, it's not yet on the 8. It's between the 7 and the 8, which means our hour is still 7. Good job. We're going to turn that into words. The hour hand is between the 7 and 8, so the hour is 7. How can you skip count to find the number of minutes on the clock when Evan finishes breakfast? Just like we did to see the time that he was starting his breakfast, we're going to start on the 12. We're going to skip count by 5s until we get to the minute hand. In this problem, the minute hand is on the 10. Start at the 12. Skip count by 5 until you get to the minute hand. Let's practice that together. Ready? Put your finger on the 12. Remember, you don't say 5 until your finger touches the 1. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He finished eating breakfast at 7:50. Some of you who are a little more comfortable with clocks or a little bit more familiar with them might be able to put your finger here on the 6. If you take this whole clock, all 60 minutes worth, and you cut it in half, you know that half of 60 is 30. So if you wanted to start at the 6 and skip count from there, you could start with the halfway mark, which is 30, and say 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. If you're not quite ready for that, that's okay. Just start at the 12 and start counting when your finger touches the 1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Try another problem. The first clock shows when Mark went to bed. Write the same time on the digital clock. Be sure to circle either AM or PM. Okay, boys and girls, let's look at the analog clock. Find the short hour hand. The short hour hand is between the 8 and the 9. That means it's past 8 o'clock. It's not yet 9 o'clock. So our hour needs to be 8. Let's find our minutes. Put your finger up here on the 12. Don't say 5 until your finger touches the 1. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. What time did he go to bed? He went to bed at 8:35. Because he's going to bed, do you think it's AM or PM? If you said PM, you are correct. PM is in the afternoon, at nighttime. PM. Let's try moving that a little bit better there. There we go. Okay, boys and girls, what time did Mark go to bed? He went to bed at 8:35 p.m. The analog clock and the digital clock both show us that. Hey, this is your lesson for today. Now I'm going to send you your homework page that we normally tear out. I'm going to type it up and send it to you to where you can answer the questions and submit it back. That will count as your homework grade for this week. So look for that and do that once this lesson is done. Have a great day.